Hello, my name is Scott Davis. Welcome to New World Birth. This is the care and feeding of a New World Age report for the Gregorian date of February 5th, 2016, and one e-meesh or crocodile in the Mayan Tzolk'in calendar with the Aquarius New Moon, the Chinese New Year of the red fire monkey. Mercury entering Aquarius, followed by Venus entering Aquarius. February 5th is one e-meesh or crocodile with the themes of beginnings, Mother Earth, protection and trust, a nurturing, primordial energy, new opportunities and information, instincts, primal creativity, water lily, abundance, essence of nature, beauty, receptivity, and growth. And much like other indigenous people who believed that the earth was carried on the back of a turtle, the Maya believed that our planet was carried on the back of a crocodile who would nurture and protect all life forms. They believed that from this primordial force, humans received messages and feelings about our connection to Mother Earth. This 13-day period would be an excellent time to spend time in nature, listening to the subtle messages from Gaia. With one crocodile, we begin a 260-day Tzolk'in round, which ends on 13 Ahau, which is October 21st of 2016. This being the one crocodile Trecena unity through nurturing new beginnings and the beginning of a new Tzolk'in round, I thought I would talk about the Tzolk'in calendar, which Ian Lungold referred to as the personal calendar of the Maya. The Tzolk'in is a 260-day calendar, and it's made up of 13 galactic tones numbered from 1 to 13 and 20 sacred sun signs. And the combination of these two intentions were so important to the Maya that their day sign was their first name, because that set their life's intention. For instance, my day sign is 13 e-meesh or crocodile, which is about moving to the next level through nurturing new beginnings. So that's what I'm here to do. I ascend in consciousness through nurturing others to have new experiences. And if you're interested, Mayan Magics is a great resource for all things Tzolk'in, including my favorite, the Mayan Calendar Conversion Codex. So this diagram over here shows the 20 sacred sun signs, and each sign is colored to show its relationship to the 4 directions and 4 elements. With crocodile, which is red, which represents the east, fire, and birthing. And then next we have wind, which is white, and it's connected to the north, air, and the mind. And then we have night in blue, representing the west, water, and endings. And then seed is in yellow, and it's aligned with the south, earth, and the body. And as we move around the wheel, the pattern stays constant: red, white, blue, yellow, red, and so on. And I find it interesting that each Trecena ends with the same direction that it starts on. So groupings of 13 days follow the same pattern. So we go from one crocodile in red to one jaguar in white, followed by one deer in blue, and then one sun in yellow. And if you follow your personal Tzolk'in, you may know that every 65 days we experience burner days relative to our day sign. For instance, I am 13 crocodile, so I experience more intense growth opportunities on the days leading up to and including 13 crocodile, 13 transformation, 13 monkey, and 13 wisdom. So if you just follow the color here, 13 crocodile to this 13 transformation, to 13 monkey, to 13 wisdom. And likewise, it follows the same pattern of red, white, blue, and yellow. The colored halos around the date signs and the squares that connect them are to demonstrate the 5 burner sets. And so this is an interesting Trecena report, because not only are we beginning a new Zolking round. It's also has the Chinese New Year. And, another thing that I thought was interesting is we begin with one crocodile, which is a fire sign and represented by red. And this year on February 8th, we begin the Chinese New Year of the red fire monkey. And so, which is interesting because the sign that's exactly opposite crocodile is monkey. And of course, red and fire are associated with crocodile. Anyway, surely I'm digressing. So the Chinese actually have two beginnings. The first day of the red fire monkey is February 4th, 2016. And then the Chinese New Year's Day is on the 8th. So in January, we wrapped up the year of the green wood sheep. And monkey contains metal and water. And according to Chinese 5 elements horoscopes, metal is associated with gold and water with wisdom and danger. And so we're more likely, we have more financial events in the year of a monkey. And the monkey is described as intelligent, naughty, vigilant, and wily. Financial success in monkey years comes from investments that are clever and outsmart the competition. The metal element is also associated with wind, which implies events that can change very quickly. So it's important to carefully consider all changes regarding career, finance, relationships, whether they're professional or personal, during a monkey year. And people born in monkey years are witty, smart, and have magnetic personalities. The element for this monkey year is fire and the color red, and fire is associated with passion, intensity, visible light, burning, soap, bleach, rust, oil, clay, flowers and fruit, and the soul. And fire monkeys are the most aggressive monkeys and gravitate towards leadership roles and competition. The sheep year brought financial difficulties and conservative strategies in dealing with investments of people's own resources. The monkey is more likely to take risks, which may or may not be successful based on being able to trick others. Fire influences reckless behavior, which may not work out to the monkey's advantage. Fire monkeys seek to be in control and really can become overbearing. Once the monkey reaches the top, he's more likely to display people skills and nurture others who are under his authority, who really need his support. Fire monkeys are flamboyant and charming. They have usually have large social circles. Before I get into the daily energy for one e-meesh or crocodile, on the 5th, all the planets appear to be moving forward or direct from our vantage point here on the Earth, with the exception of Jupiter, which appears to be moving retrograde or in reverse motion. And remember, the themes of retrograde planets are review of the past, reevaluate, reminisce, and we can see these themes being played out. Jupiter was the king of the gods, and this planet is about good fortune, opportunities, faith, religion, beliefs, and expansion. And Jupiter's in Virgo, and Virgo is about organization, health, and services. Mostly what I find with Jupiter retrograde, as with any retrograde cycle, there's a review of the past. And with Jupiter, what gets reviewed are missed opportunities. So we're going to look at the daily vibrational energy of this Trisena. So on the 5th, we have one e-meesh or crocodile, which is about unity experience through nurturing new beginnings in the Mayan Zolkin calendar. And at this point, we have Venus conjunct Pluto. So this means that they are at the same degree of Capricorn. I think it's 15, 16 degrees Capricorn. And so Venus conjunct Pluto is when we're merging the energy of romantic love with the energy of death and rebirth. We get contacted by ex-lovers, or we contact them. Typically, if a relationship had problems before, thus becoming ex-lovers, reconnecting with a past romantic interest does not yield a sustainable relationship. So unless there's a significant reason for expecting different results, I encourage folks to fight the urge to merge with the ex. Regardless, this does intensify love relationships. Some will feel insecure in their relationships, which can lead to feeling possessive or jealous. Venus transits are relatively quick, and so be careful not to say or do something that cannot be corrected. I'm not going to be covering the daily lunar activity in these reports other than new and full moons, but that information is available on the New World Birth daily Facebook post and also on the blogger New World Birth blog. The 6 is to eke or wind. Which is about experiencing, it's about duality experience through communication, with the sun in a sextile to Uranus. So from our perspective here on the Earth, the sun is forming a 60-degree angle with Uranus, which makes the day more interesting from our encounters with others, being more illuminating to enlightening experiences while moving through our normal routine. This stimulates our curiosity and imaginations. Folks are quick-witted and conversations are lively, but they're also may be less tolerant of any restrictions. Under this influence, it's important to be true to your authentic self than meeting other people's expectations. And then also on the 6th, we've got Mercury in a trine to Jupiter. So from our perspective here on the Earth, this is a 120-degree angle between Mercury and Jupiter, which is great energy for making plans for the future. From an overview perspective, this transit does influence us to take the easy way out and avoid difficult intellectual and mental problems. Mercury supported by Jupiter is good for business dealings and signing contracts, as we find our minds are sharper and see opportunities that normally are overlooked. This is optimistic and promotes positive thinking for studying subjects that deal with high-level thought, such as law or philosophy, religion, things of that nature. Jupiter's influence on Mercury brings open-mindedness and positive communications to reach greater understanding. And then also on the 6th, we have Venus square Uranus. So Venus is forming a 90-degree angle with Uranus. So, which has folks seeking excitement in their love relationships. This can include picking a fight to experience a different aspect of interacting. The beginning of February is intense as we have the planet of love, but also money in Capricorn being challenged by the winds of change. And because Uranus is involved, this is unpredictable, and it can also be drastic with Pluto in concert. Themes of this energetic might be an unexpected stock market drop, or a change in spending due to scarcity, or a currency change in the oil markets where the dollar had been the preferred measurement of value. On a personal level, folks are looking for something exciting out of the ordinary. And so if you're in a relationship that's become dull or predictable, this is a time to inject it with a new experience rather than have it erupt into a fight about how we never do anything interesting. Basically, the less flexibility in a relationship during this transit, the more damaging this alignment is likely to be. And then February 7th is 3 Akbal, or night, which is about taking action and contemplating the stars. And at this point, we have the Sun square Mars. So from our perspective here, the Sun and Mars are at a 90-degree angle, which is a day to be when we're more conscious of ourselves and our motivations. This could be a day where we observe serious ego conflicts between people. Folks will be looking for vulnerabilities in others, flaws in arguments, any errors that can be challenged, or any other chink in the armor of the other. This is a high energy transit, people, perhaps too high if we're not careful. So watch out for signs of people becoming irritable and impatient, especially when things don't go exactly as planned. Probably it's best to avoid being assertive unless it's absolutely called for. This is also a time where people are projecting their irritability and aggression on others without realizing that it's originating from themselves. A day to be particularly careful of conflict with authority. Even if their claims are legitimate, we are likely to encounter a hostile reaction during this transit. It would be good to vent this energy in some type of physical activity that will give your aggression a satisfactory outlet. Without outward expression, this type of energy can lead to illness and accidents, or if projected, it will attract angry and difficult people. And then also on the 7th, Venus sextiles Mars. So we have Venus here and Mars there. This is another 60-degree angle between Venus and Mars. This affects love relationships and the formation of friendships. It brings balance between being self-assertive and the desire to relate to others. In romantic or sexual relationships, this comes through a give and take process. And in friendships, we engage others, we encourage others to be their selves by being authentic ourselves. This brings action. Mars to create a project. Venus overall, it's a drive to beauty. It's a great day to be with others at a party or a night out on the town with the energy for lively interactions, particularly with the opposite sex. This is also good for investments in something new and unique. And then on the 8th, we have 4 Con or Seed, lizard, which is about stability through planting seeds and making new connections in the Mayan Zolkin calendar. And speaking of new connections, we have the Aquarius New Moon, which harmonizes with Saturn and Uranus. It's challenged by Mars as it merges with the Sun. Aquarius illuminates social justice, impartiality, freedom, individuality, and innovation. Traditionally, it's ruled by Saturn, and with the modern ruling planet being Uranus. And what's interesting about this new moon is that both the modern and traditional ruling planets sextile the lunation. The new moon Saturn aspect represents wanting to be alone in our thoughts and feelings and have realistic expectations through being calm and reflective at a time of new beginnings. Balance with pleasant yet restless feelings and craving emotional excitement to do something outside of the daily routine and aspect to Uranus. And challenged by Mars, we have people feeling irritable, which could lead to needless disputes. And Mars in Scorpio square the new moon can bring out a fierce behavior. So this fresh start may have a volatile quality to it, an explosive quality to it. Uranus supports taking the initiative and making deep changes. So, think about, this change leading to some kind of transformation. New moons bring an opportunity to set an intention for manifestation on the following full moon. So look at the house here, astrology chart that contains 19 degrees, 16 minutes of Aquarius to consider what area of your life is being activated by this new moon. For me, that would be my 9th house of long distance travel and higher education. So I would set an intention related to using this energy in those for those type of purposes. The new moon is this new moon is particularly potent in making big changes through taking a leap of faith that leads us deeper into 2016, as we also have the Chinese New Year of the red fire monkey beginning during this new moon. Also on the 8th, we've got Venus sextile Chiron, which helps soften the process of healing wounds while gaining wisdom from our relationships. And then February 9th is 5 John, or serpent, empowerment through being flexible in the Mayan Zolkin calendar, with Mars trine Chiron, which is supportive for taking action to heal wounds, especially those related to sex and aggression. And then on the 10th, we have 6 Chemi, or transformation, which is about being in the flow through releasing what no longer serves us, while we have Venus in trine to Jupiter. So again, from our perspective here on Earth, this is a 120-degree angle between Venus and Jupiter, which is really one of the best transits, except for its short duration. It brings ease, grace, and pleasant social interactions. As with any Venus Jupiter transit, it can bring laziness and self-indulgent behavior. Most will experience this as a needed break from the daily grind. This is great energy for social interactions, entertainment, and amusements. Romance and financial investments are favored under this transit, along with traveling and taking a vacation that begins at this time, as it indicates that the journey will be fun, enlightening, and rewarding. Due to the low energy of this transit, this might not be the best time to start any new enterprise that requires a great deal of energy. February 11th is 7 Manique, or deer, in the Mayan Zolkin calendar, which is about reflection through being of service to others. The 12th is 8 Lamont, or star, or rabbit, balanced through being grateful for abundant relationships. February 13th is 9 Maluk, or offering, patience experienced through appreciating creation. And at this point we have Mercury entering into Aquarius. Or returning to Aquarius after spending, 1 week in the water bearer prior to turning retrograde, and then backing into Capricorn. Mercury moving into Aquarius shifts the focus of communications and thinking to social consciousness, while being true to our individuality to share our inventive ideas with groups and communities. And then also on the 13th, Mars sextiles Jupiter. So from our perspective here on the Earth, Mars is forming a 60-degree angle with Jupiter, which is a positive transit. Jupiter brings opportunities for activities and favors beginnings in new enterprise. Jupiter may bring confidence related to Mars with the with this much Martian energy. Exercise is helpful to release the surge of drive in a positive activity. This is positive for negotiations with objectives and goals clearer than usual, which enables intelligent dealings. This is a time of personal growth by expanding the range of our experiences and activities. The 14th is 10 Ak, or dog, manifestation through enjoying family and friends. February 15th is 11 Shuin, or monkey, resolution through creating something new in the Mayan Zolkin calendar. The 16th is 12 Eb, or road, understanding through serving your community, with Venus entering into Aquarius. Which brings more intellectual and detached influence regarding love, romance, and socializing. February 17th is 13 Ben, or reed, or corn, movement to the next stage through maintaining the home. So no matter what energies that are affecting you during this one Crocodile Trisena, take some time to be in the flow of the planet by being in nature, watching a sunrise or a sunset, communing with the stars, being conscious of the moment through introspection, meditation, or being with somebody you love. Every day is a blessing, no matter what dramas beckon to distract us. We're all here giving the performance of a lifetime on this world stage. Just take some time to observe the play as well as act your part by remembering that you're a spiritual being that's having a human experience. I want to thank you for checking out New World Birth. The next segment of the care and feeding of a new world age will be on February 18th for one e-meesh or Jaguar with the sun entering Pisces and the Virgo full moon. And you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, or the Mayan Magics website. And I encourage you to share this information as videos or as text as widely as you choose. And as always, I invite you to contact me at newworldbirth@yahoo.com if you have any questions or wish to schedule a reading. And I am providing readings and wish to make this service available to the greatest amount of folks. So I've created 3 options with 3 levels of compensation. And if you've been thinking about getting a reading, please contact me. I would love to provide you a reading during these uncertain times. You'll need to be able to either call me in Maine in the USA, or we can connect with Skype to receive your reading. We're also accepting donations to keep these reports freely available. And again, just emailing me at newworldbirth@yahoo.com, and I'll let you know how to make a donation. As always, I'm blessed that you've taken the time to connect with my passion for these ancient mysteries and their application to our journey during this incarnation. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, in Lakesh, and look forward to connecting with you. So happy new Zolking round, happy new Chinese New Year, and lots of new beginnings. Peace, everyone.